Hey guys, it's me again. I hope you've all been well. I don't know how this video is going to turn out. This is my very first attempt at recording a video on this Lynx Windows 10 tablet. So first of all, I don't know what way it's going to record, and then I don't know what way it's going to translate over to YouTube. But I mean, realistically, I've had this tablet since when? Last September? October? I can't remember with the whole moving house thing. So I probably had it almost 6 months and I haven't used it. And I've just gotten fed up with the crappy telephone stuff. So I'm going to try this anyway. Hope you've all been well. If you remember a good while back, and you'll see on some of my previous videos, I haven't really brewed in the last 12 months. We won't go over that anyway. And I did 3 kits there before Christmas. Now, Graham. Okay. 3. One was the St. Peter's Cream Stout, which I'm going to touch on in another video. I'm actually going to review, and the other 2 were Mangrove Jack's kits. You'll have to excuse the light up over my head. This is the only position I can get this to work. The other 2 were Mangrove Jack's all extract kits. One was Lord Finster Best Bitter. And they were all brewed in the same day, or within 24 hours of each other. Yeah, all the same day. Lord Finster Best Bitter brewed on the 13th of the 11th. So 12th, 1st, almost 3 months old now at this stage. So they were pitched on the 13th, 11th. Lord Finster Best Bitter, and the other one was Great Redeemer Old Ale. Both Mangrove Jack's 3 kilo extra kits. I'll try and put a link down in the comment section below. Do a quick, basically I brewed them, left them, put them into bottles, whatnot. I actually ended up putting a lot of them into these 2 litre bottles, and I've just taken those 2 out of the fridge now. Put them into bottles, and I tried them probably around Christmas or shortly thereafter, and they were okay, but you could tell they needed age. Now that's all 3 kits, the stout and the 2 of those. So then I went off the booze for January. So I've decided to, and I went back on it then, well, I went off it for most of the New Year as well. So I went back on it there, start of February. So I decided to check them again there the other night, and there's a massive difference in clarity, mouthfeel, everything, but we'll get into that. So what I'm going to do is, this is the Lord Finster Best Bitter, and this is the Great Redeemer Old Ale. And I'm going to pour 300ml glass of each. First up is the Lord Finster Best Bitter. And it's a gorgeous, really quite red copper colour. Clarity is absolutely amazing. I mean, you can see my hands, fingers there right through it. And you're going to know something now in a minute. And this then is the Great Redeemer Old Ale. Take it from me, they're crystal clear. So I'm going to hold up the 2 of them together now, and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. It may not show up to the same degree. That's about the best position. They're actually basically the same colour. Through it real quick. Lord Finster Best Bitter. OG was 1050, Final Gravity was 1012, ABV 5%. It was primed with 120 grams of dark brown sugar per 23 litres. The Great Redeemer Old Ale, OG is 1052, FG was 1014, ABV 5%. So they both came out exactly 5%. That was primed at the same rate, 120 grams dark brown sugar per 23. And I went with the dark brown sugar because one's a bitter and one's an old ale and was keeping with the style. And yeah, and I basically got 22 litres bottle and volume out of both batches. So Lord Finster Best Bitter. The malts are really starting to come through a lot more on this. If I was to say, Sláinte, if I was to say the Lord Finster Best Bitter might be a slightly lighter shade, but it's basically the exact same colour as this, the Great Redeemer Old Ale. I'm getting a really funky yeast aroma off of both. These both took 3 full weeks to Lord Finster Best Bitter, Great Redeemer Old Ale, both took 3 full weeks to ferment. I can actually, and this is weird, at only 5% each, I can actually taste a wee bit of alcohol in the Old Ale one, not in this. Yeah, now they've both come out of the fridge, so they're really, really cold, so I'm not getting much in the way of hop aroma or any other aroma. They both have medium body, medium mouthfeel. Both have, I think, about spot on carbonation, maybe a twidge on the higher side. As you can see, excellent colour, excellent lacing. I mean, everything is spot on. Now, these both were, as I said, were 3 kilo malt extract kits, and they both had 50 gram hop tea bags with them. I put a link to the kits down below. Obviously, 2 different kits, there were 2 different, I think one was, I'm not even going to try and remember it now. But basically, I did them up as per instructions. And I think the instructions said put the hop tea bags in on day 5. And then they took 3 weeks to ferment. Basically, by the time I came to bottle, by the time I came to bottle and I took out the hop tea bags, the smell off of them was fantastic, but there was none of it left in the beer. Now I am getting faint hints of it, like I had one of each of these last night, and after they warmed up a bit, yeah, you can get it. But I think an awful lot of the aroma was lost, and they were all hops that I hadn't used before as well, that were given as the dry hop. I think the instructions on these kits tell you to add the hops far too early, and basically everyone's getting scrubbed out. But other than that, what else can I say about these? Slow burners, yeast wise, definitely need some age in it. Probably at least 6 to 8 weeks. I mean, they've been 9 weeks down now. But guys, they're basically the same beer, and that's the thing that's killing me. This is a best bitter, and this is supposed to be an old ale. That's bitter. Now I basically can't tell the difference between them, and I brewed them. If you give me them in 2 separate glasses, I poured out them 2 glasses there now, and didn't tell me what was in what, I'd say it was the same beer you give me. But, however, they are pretty decent kits. A little bit disappointed that fantastically you get a 50 gram hop tea bag to do as a dry hop. I went as per instructions in the kit, and basically all the value of the dry hop was lost. hindsight, if I was to do these kits again, I would probably only add those hop tea bags about 2 days before bottling. But I'm quite happy with them. Lord Finster Best Bitter, Real Redeemer Old Ale. I'd say definitely try them. I'm going to check it out. Actually, the Best Bitter is probably my favourite of the two. I'm going to check it out, but I think they're still on sale in the Homebrew Company. I think it's about €17, which is quite good value. They may not be now, so don't hold me to that. Was there anything else? St. Peter's Cream Stout, then I'll review in another video. But anyway, guys, that's about it. Hope you've all been keeping well. And I just thought it was about time. The light here doesn't do these justice. But two good kits. I just can't tell the difference between them. And if you get either of them, my advice is don't add the 50-gram hop tea bag until a couple of days before bottling, because they smelled absolutely fantastic during dry hop. But by the time it came to bottling, then it was all gone. Take care, guys. It's long before.